Ooh. Ooh. Now we're going to see. We'll take a very good picture just to see clearly beyond any shadow of a doubt what we're dealing with here. Get your head up. You see the tightness? I feel the tightness around my shoulders. You feel the tightness. And the lordosis, the lordosis. Oh, wow. Boy, am I tight. He feels the tightness. Now we're going to sit in the chair. Turn down this light so I don't have to, so it's not making too bad of a interference. Stand up straight. Let that belly hang down. Now we're going to sit in the chair. Oh. 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 You see, I'm overpowered in this chair. As you can see, I'm told this is up too high. It should be down here to make the arms look longer. Of course, the belly from here is thick. I can't, even if I try to hold it in and sit up, you have to sit up like this. The legs should be covered, black trout. And you should not like this, but like this to try to attempt to make the legs look longer. But of course, I wouldn't be sitting in a chair like this. I'm overpowered in this chair. It's just too big for me. These are terrible things, horrific truths you have to face. There's no way to get around these truths. And he has to see himself sitting down. And this chair that I'm sitting in overpowers me. It's just too big for me. If I sit like this, no good. You can't sit sloppy like this. And what the problem is, my arm is short from here down. So from the side, it looks horrific. All I can do is just bring it in, long sleeve, black trouser, and not this chair. This has to be lower. It's up too high, as you can see, far too high, and puts me in a position to where I look very uncomfortable. And you want to look very comfortable sitting in your chair, facing an O'Reilly or a Levin, and you sit like this, just like that. Hands right down there, you don't move it, right there. And keep them down there. Keep the head up. Keep the shoulders back. And head up. Head up, head up. Shoulders down. Shoulders relaxed. Head up and back. And then he's got to be concerned about centering the head. Centering the head. So the body and the head are one straight line. Because what happens is I have a big old moon face and no neck, projected neck. And see the problem here, if I sit like this, sloppy like this, it's easy to sit sloppy, or you're sleeping like this. Now you're slouching. Now you're sleeping like this. Is this what you're doing out in a public way? You're coming in like this. Is this what you're doing in a public way? Is this how you're behaving in a public way? Or you're sleeping like this? Is this how you're behaving in a public way? You're doing this. He's got to be aware and continuously monitor himself and ask himself the question, how am I behaving and appearing in a public way? He's got to be aware of himself. He's got to see himself the way others see him, and even harder. He's got to take care of all these problems that you see right here. Hello. How are you? It's nice to meet you. That's all I can go. That's all I can do. You see this? That's all I can do. That's my limitation. I reach over this. I can't make it. I can't make it. Reach over here. I can't make it. And if I try to pick this up, oh, the odds are now burning. And I hold this and try to look determined. I put this down here like this. I'm trying to stretch out. I'm trying to do everything I possibly can do to compensate for all the problems I have, as my camera reveals. You, and that's enough. That's enough singing. And then I try to do this. Ooh, 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 oh, ooh, oh, oh. I'm trying to get the most interesting face I possibly can get. I'm giving you everything I've got. This is the way I would normally sit. This is how I would sit sloppy. I would sink into this chair. This is how we should be sitting and try to get, and then just don't worry about it. Then the next thing, then all I can do beyond that is just don't worry about it. It is what it is. This is what I look like. This is what I have to work with. And just don't worry about it. Stand up. Sit down. Stand up. Ooh, we're getting a complete study. A complete study. Stand up. Ooh. Oh, stand up. Oh. Sit down. Stand up. This is what I am. This is what I have to compensate for. And my advice is don't worry about it. This is what I look like. And my advice to myself is just don't worry about it. It is what it is. Don't worry about it. What else can you do? What will worry? Look at this. You know, try to relax the shoulders. I'm stiff around there, man. You see how stiff and tight I am right around the shoulders, shoulder girdle. The man in the box. There it is. There's your study. There's your complete study. There it is. Done deal.